Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Odin's Movie Blog. I am the Critic Who's a Cynic, and we have another wonderful, wonderful article from Dorkside of the Force's Neil Harrington. So this is just getting ridiculous. I read the first few lines of this, and I had to cover it because it is just so ridiculous. So let's start off with the title. Solo, a Star Wars story. Ron Howard reveals secrets from film, future of Han Solo in Star Wars. Well, I'll tell you this right now. There is no future for Han Solo in the Star Wars universe. This movie has bombed so badly, and again, it's going to lose at least $180 million at the box office. There's no way they are going to greenlight a sequel to this. There's no way that Disney is going to allow that to happen. So, no, there is no future. So whatever Ron Howard says, I love Ron Howard as a director. I think he's very talented, but whatever he's saying in interviews is all fluff, and it's not actually going to come to fruition because this movie has no justification for existing in the first place, and the box office numbers help to back that up and also pretty much cement the fact that we're not going to get any more films in the future. So let's start off what he says here. He says, let me get you a little bit closer for you guys. All right, so since day one as the captain of Solo Star Wars story, Ron Howard has embraced his place within a galaxy far, far away. His childlike wonder and pure joy are evident in the final product of Han Solo's Star Wars origin film, a genuine love letter to the die-hard Star Wars fans. There's your first line right there of total crap and total garbage. A genuine lover to the die-hard Star Wars fans. So he's just about a second away from saying the real Star Wars fans. This is language that people like Ryan Johnson and others have been using when talking about people who are boycotting the film, etc., saying that they're not real fans, saying that they're just a bunch of overweight white trolls sitting in their basements at home, when in reality, when we actually look at the faces and hear the voices of the people speaking about this, it is a very diverse group of people. Again, look at World Class BSers, look at everyone over at Geeks and Gamers. I mean, the whole movement is so diverse in opinion, but also in background as well, so this is just total crap right here. So a genuine love letter to die-hard Star Wars fans, whatever that means. All right. Even though it's a disappointment at the box office, yeah, in quotations, disappointment, yeah, compared to the other Star Wars films. Are you kidding me? This is a disappointment, period. I love how this guy is trying to say, oh, well, it's for a Star Wars film, it's disappointing. No, for any film, this is disappointing. This film is going to lose money. Most films do not lose money. So the fact that this movie is going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars, I'm sorry, but you cannot just say, oh, it's disappointing compared to other Star Wars films. No, this is disappointing for any film whatsoever because, again, this is going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars. All right. Earnings for Solo Star Wars story is a personal best for him, and the quality of the film is out of this galaxy, especially with the short time he had to write The Falcon once Lord and Mary left the project. Okay, so again, you can like Solo Star Wars story. I have no problem if you like this film. Again, you're entitled to that opinion, but for you to try and paint it as fact, and for you to try and put it in this article where you've put in already a genuine love letter to die-hard Star Wars fans, you already know that this is just totally off the reservation here. So, all right. In a recent interview, the Empire Film Podcast, Ron Howard revealed behind-the-scenes goodies about this film and also about a future Han Solo and Lando Calrissian future films as well. So let's just get to. We're not going to actually listen to that podcast because why would I do that? But let's look to some of the secrets revealed. So there are no set in Carbonite plans for a Solo sequel. Well, there's going to be no sequel. I'm going to tell you this right now. Spoiler alert, there is not going to be a sequel. When you have a film that loses hundreds of millions of dollars, it's not going to get a sequel. I'm sorry. Look at any other film franchise. Look at any other series of films. Look at the Divergent series for one example. So that was making decent money within the first and second film, and then it just totally stalled because the movies just started to be really, really bad, and no one was going to see the films. And then what happened? The last film never happened. The last film was canceled. Why? Because the previous film lost money, because the previous film did not make a huge profit. This film is not going to make any profit whatsoever. It's going to lose Disney money, so there is not going to be a future. There's no need to worry about future Carbonite plans because there's not going to be one. Again, he is not going to be there. I'm sorry, but this has pretty much tainted any chance that Alden Ehrenreich has in being in any other movies as Han Solo, of the Han Solo character getting another solo film, and also any of the other characters in there getting a solo film as well. All of that is dead because of the numbers that have been coming out for this film. All right, Ron Howard hints that he's pitching a sequel. Good luck with that. Lando Calrissian standalone film is possible. No, it's not. It is not going to happen. If they try and do it, it is going to utterly fail. It is going to fail so miserably at the box office, just like Solo did, and then they're going to be sitting around saying, oh, well, before it was because there was a white male lead, and, well, this is obviously just because there's so many racists. No. I can already see the message that they're going to try and spin for this film, and it's going to be absolutely ridiculous, but it's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now, again, hundreds of millions of dollars are going to be lost here. Again, they're going to continue on with the episodic films, but they are right now basically scrapping any future plans, and they are regrouping. I'm telling you this right now because it is just, I'm sorry, you do not have a movie that loses this much money and do nothing. They are totally going to be regrouping at this time. They are already, I mean, there's been reports that Kathleen Kennedy might have already been fired, quote unquote, stepped down. You also hear about how the other future films are in jeopardy because of this, and I totally believe it because, again, you don't lose all that money and have no repercussions whatsoever. All right, Ron Howard reveals that Lucasfilm is being careful in what films they are creating, produce. Okay, yeah, absolutely, because, again, of everything that happened with Last Jedi and also now with Solo at the box office. Even though they decided on Maul as the main boss of Crimson Dawn, there were many options for the leader. Jabba the Hutt was one of the finalists. Boba Fett was never in the script. Okay. Lucasfilm, contrary to popular belief, is listening to Star Wars fans. Really? Are they? Really? Well, I wonder why that is. Oh, it's because no one saw this movie. And so, well, listening to fans means one thing: getting rid of Kathleen Kennedy and stop, crapping all over the franchise. Oh my goodness, here we go. Here we go. Right here. Lucasfilm Group guru Pablo Hidalgo was responsible for many of the ideas for Solo Star Wars story, working closely with John Kasdan. Oh, this is rich. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh my goodness, this is wonderful. Our good friend Pablo Hidalgo, who crapped all over the fans, deleted his social media account, blocked people on Twitter, and then all of a sudden magically created a new account where he was being nice to everybody. Yeah, no surprise there that he was the brainchild behind all those things that happened in this film. Let's see. 5 crime syndicates mentioned in Solo and seen in Star Wars Clone Wars may become a future Star Wars movie. At this point, no, it won't. The quote-unquote girl talk moment with Kira and L3 was added last second. Yeah, it was totally unnecessary, but they felt a touching moment was necessary before they went to the dark world of Kessel. No, actually, what would have been smarter is if they had just cut L3 out altogether. Ron Howard wanted Chewbacca to play a prominent role in the film and increased his part once he took over the project. I'm totally fine with that. That's probably one of the best parts that he did as far as the movie is concerned, because Chewbacca was the best character in the film. So a giant Wookiee doing Wookiee sounds the entire movie is the best part of your movie. That's not good. That's not good at all. So thank you for giving him a more prominent role, because you realized that he was the best character that you had, because everyone else was total garbage. But thank you, Ron Howard, for doing that. Again, nothing against Ron Howard there, so that was actually a really good choice on your part. Tom Hanks was nearly a stormtrooper. I assume that means cameo instead of came. I don't know what that means, but we're not able to work out scheduling conflicts. Lucasfilm wants to develop a Willow TV series starring none other than Warwick Davis. Okay, well, we'll see what happens with that one. Thank you, Ron Howard, for all these nifty gifties. Well, that's quite an expression. And proving us with all of these amazing details. Providing us Dorkside of the Force, who is your editor? I mean, I know I make mistakes a lot when I speak and when I write sometimes, but you're supposed to be a legitimate website, a legitimate editorial website, and you need to, nifty gifties and providing, and also the other ones I mentioned earlier. So yeah, you might need a new editor there. The thought of the Crime Syndicates movie sounds fascinating, primarily if they use Breaking Bad, The Godfather, and Sopranos as inspiration. What fun. Oh, I can hear your excitement. I can hear that excitement in your voice. That's fantastic. Hearing even a remote possibility of a Lando featured film excites me. More Donald Glover, the better. Really? Yeah. Well, you know what? Having read your previous article as well, Neil Harrington, yeah, I would say I can see how that would surprise you. Or rather, how that would excite you. Yeah. Again, everything else that you've been doing is just, it's wonderful. And yeah, secret's been revealed, guys. So all these things are things that we didn't know. And guess what? All of these secrets aren't going to happen. Spoiler alert, these aren't going to happen. Yeah. The only one that might happen, hopefully that happens, is that they actually start believing, Lucasfilm, contrary to popular belief, is listening to Star Wars fans and will do so. Well, hopefully that is true. Again, I assume it is. Again, especially if the word about Kathleen Kennedy being fired and all those other things that they're doing is true, then hopefully that is the case. But everything else here, probably not going to happen. Unless they have someone else take over. Unless someone competent takes over the role of Kathleen Kennedy, then maybe we'll see some things happen in the future. We might see some positive change, and we might see some of those movies come out, but it's going to be going in a different direction with a different head at the ship. So thank you, Neil Harrington, though, for telling us all these things, that this is a diehard film, and that this was only a disappointment in comparison to other Star Wars films, and not all film in general. Again, hundreds of millions of dollars lost means nothing, I guess. And sorry for the jump cut, guys, but unfortunately, the podcast for this actually started playing, and it interrupted my audio, and so I just wanted to record this ending here. But yeah, so Dorkside of the Force strikes again, I guess, because it just automatically started playing on me. But anyway, guys, if you like this episode, please hit that like button. Also, if you liked it, please hit that subscribe as well. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, if you like anything that I said, please leave me a comment below. I'd love to have a discussion with you guys. But also, if you disagree with anything that I said, please leave a comment down below as well. Again, I love having discussions with you guys, and I do greatly appreciate the feedback. So thank you very much for listening. Have a great day, and as always, God bless.